Hi friends, I want to show you how to set up your Argon tank because not only is it a game changer, but it is so much more simple than you think. So for today's demo, I'm going to be using my newest pride and joy, this little cutie. Look at this Zap Plus 2.0, smaller than my hand, ridiculous. Anyway, this is pretty much universal. On the back of your welder, regardless of what kind you have, you should have an Argon gas port. And it's got this little plastic piece, okay? Now inside of that plastic piece are teeth, and that is going to hold onto your tubing for dear life. So in order to get your tubing in or out, you have to push this down. Now it's really important you push down on both sides, because if you do just one side, you run the risk of ripping your tubing, which is going to cause argon gas leaks, pieces might get stuck in your welder, and it's just generally gonna piss you the fuck off. So let me grab my tubing. Get this little bad boy. Okay, so we are gonna push in both sides and just gently insert that. Wiggle, make sure it's in, and it is. Next, I wanna show you the regulator. Your regulator is gonna have two dials on it. The one on the right is gonna show you how much argon is left in your tank. The one on the left is gonna be your PSI. That's how much argon is flowing out while you're welding. So you wanna keep this between 6 and 10. And in order to adjust that, there's just this little knob that says open and close, super simple. And just like on the back of your welder, there's one of these little ports. And again, you're gonna push in both sides, all right? Now let me grab this tank. We got this little cutie from Sunstone. Let's take her hat off. And then we are gonna spin this on. And before I put this on, I wanna make sure I have that closed, and I do. So I'm just gonna spin, spin, spin. And you can use a wrench right here to make sure it's on all the way tight. Okay. See, so I can see how much I've got left in there. And now I'm gonna grab the other side of my tubing. And just like I did with my welder, I'm gonna push in, wiggle that baby in there, make sure it's in. And then I can adjust my settings to whatever PSI I want. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. The argon's gonna naturally flow out through your stylus over your tungsten. So you just gotta make sure this stays upright and that you're turning it on and off properly. And if you do have a leak, what I've seen a lot of people do is they'll spray a soapy water on the tube. Not on this and not in your welder, please, but on this. And then when the argon gas is leaking through, then kind of see where it is. So hopefully that helps. It's totally not scary. It's non-toxic. It's non-flammable. It doesn't stink. It naturally occurs in nature. It's in 1% of the air we breathe, and it's going to change your business. So